In a world filled with constant noise and chatter, there exists a powerful force that often goes unnoticed. It's a force that can transform our lives, enhance our relationships, and unlock our true potential. This force is silence. Today we're going to explore the incredible power of silence and how it can revolutionize the way we live, think, and interact with the world around us. Imagine for a moment a serene lake at dawn. The water is still, reflecting the sky like a mirror. There's a sense of peace, of possibility, of untapped potential. This is the essence of silence. It's not just the absence of sound, but a presence in itself, a presence that can bring clarity, creativity, and profound personal growth. We live in an age of constant stimulation. Our phones buzz with notifications, our televisions blare with breaking news, and our minds race with an endless stream of thoughts and worries. In this cacophony of modern life, silence has become a rare and precious commodity, but it's precisely because of this scarcity that silence has become more powerful than ever. Let's start by considering what silence really means. It's not just about turning off the TV or putting away our phones. True silence is a state of being. It's a conscious choice to step back from the noise of the world and listen to the whispers of our own hearts and minds. It's about creating space in our lives for reflection, for healing, and for growth. One of the most profound benefits of silence is its ability to enhance our self-awareness. When we quiet the external noise, we create room to hear our inner voice more clearly. This inner voice is the source of our deepest wisdom, our most creative ideas, and our truest desires. But all too often, it's drowned out by the constant chatter of our busy lives. Think about the last time you had a moment of true silence. Perhaps you were walking alone in nature, or sitting in a quiet room early in the morning. How did you feel in that moment? Chances are, you experienced a sense of peace, of clarity, of being fully present in the moment. This is the power of silence at work. Silence allows us to tap into our intuition. In the quiet moments, we often find answers to questions that have been troubling us, or discover new perspectives on old problems. It's as if the silence creates a clear channel through which our inner wisdom can flow. But the benefits of silence go beyond just personal reflection. Silence can also be a powerful tool in our interactions with others. In conversation, we often rush to fill every moment with words, afraid of the discomfort that silence might bring. But when we learn to embrace silence in our interactions, we open up new possibilities for deeper understanding and connection. I think about a time when you were having a difficult conversation with someone. Perhaps you were arguing or struggling to express something important. Now imagine if, instead of immediately jumping in with a response, you had taken a moment of silence. In that pause, you might have found the words you were really looking for, or you might have given the other person the space they needed to fully express themselves. Silence in conversation isn't empty, it's full of potential for greater empathy and understanding. In our professional lives, silence can be a powerful ally. In meetings and negotiations, the person who can sit comfortably in silence often has the upper hand. While others rush to fill the void with words, the silent person can observe, think, and respond more effectively. Silence can be a sign of confidence, of thoughtfulness, of strategic thinking. Silence also plays a crucial role in creativity. Many of the world's greatest thinkers, artists, and innovators have spoken about the importance of silence in their creative process. It's in the quiet moments that our minds are free to wander, to make unexpected connections, to stumble upon brilliant ideas. If we constantly fill our minds with noise, we leave no room for these creative sparks to ignite. But embracing silence isn't always easy. In fact, for many of us, silence can be uncomfortable, even frightening. We've become so accustomed to constant stimulation that silence can feel like a void, leaving us alone with our thoughts and feelings. This discomfort is precisely why cultivating silence is so important. By learning to sit with the discomfort, we develop resilience, self-awareness, and emotional intelligence. Think of silence as a muscle. The more we exercise it, the stronger it becomes. And like any exercise, it might feel challenging at first. You might find your mind racing, desperate for distraction. But with practice, you'll find that these quiet moments become not just bearable, but deeply rewarding. One powerful way to incorporate more silence into your life is through meditation. Meditation is essentially the practice of intentional silence. It's about sitting quietly and observing your thoughts without judgment. Even a few minutes of meditation each day can have profound effects on your mental health, stress levels, and overall well-being. But you don't need to be a meditation expert to benefit from silence. You can start small. Try turning off the radio during your commute, driving in silence. Or take a walk without your headphones, allowing yourself to be present with your surroundings. These small moments of silence can be oases of calm in your busy day. Silence can also be a powerful tool for healing. In our fast-paced world, we often don't give ourselves time to process our experiences, especially the difficult ones. We push down our emotions, distract ourselves with noise and activity. But in silence, we create space for these emotions to surface and be acknowledged. This can be uncomfortable at first, but it's an essential part of emotional healing and growth. Consider the power of silence in nature. When we step into a forest or stand by the ocean, there's a different quality to the silence we experience. It's not the absence of sound we might hear birds singing or waves crashing, but rather an absence of human-made noise. This natural silence has been shown to have significant benefits for our physical and mental health, reducing stress, lowering blood pressure, and improving cognitive function. Silence can also enhance our appreciation for sound. When we cultivate periods of silence in our lives, we become more attuned to the sounds around us. Music becomes more vivid, conversations more engaging. By creating contrast, silence makes the sounds in our lives more meaningful. In our relationships, silence can be a powerful expression of love and support. Sometimes the most comforting thing we can offer someone is our silent presence. In moments of grief or hardship, words often fall short. But sitting in silence with someone, holding space for their pain, can be a profound act of compassion. Silence can also improve our ability to listen. When we're constantly formulating our next response, we're not truly hearing what the other person is saying. By embracing moments of silence in conversation, we give ourselves the opportunity to really listen, to absorb not just the words being said, but the emotions behind them. In education, silence plays a crucial role in learning. Studies have shown that incorporating periods of silence into lessons can improve retention and understanding. This wait time allows students to process information, formulate questions, and make connections. As learners, we can apply this principle to our own studies, allowing for periods of quiet reflection to deepen our understanding. Silence can also be a powerful tool for decision-making. When faced with a difficult choice, our first instinct is often to seek advice, to gather more information, to talk it through. While these can be helpful strategies, sometimes the best thing we can do is sit in silence with our decision. In the quiet, we can tune into our own values and priorities, free from the influence of others' opinions. In our digital age, silence has taken on new importance. The constant ping of notifications, the endless scroll of social media, the 24-hour news cycle, all of these create a kind of mental noise that can be exhausting and overwhelming. Choosing moments of digital silence, where we disconnect from our devices, can be incredibly refreshing and rejuvenating. Silence can also be a form of self-care. In a world that often equates busyness with importance, choosing silence can be a radical act of self-love. It's a way of saying, my peace is important. My inner world deserves attention. By carving out quiet time for ourselves, we refill our emotional reserves, allowing us to show up more fully in our lives and relationships. The power of silence extends to our physical health as well. Chronic noise has been linked to a range of health issues, from high blood pressure to sleep disturbances. By contrast, periods of silence can lower cortisol levels, reduce blood pressure, and promote better sleep. In this sense, silence isn't just good for our minds, it's good for our bodies too. Silence can be a powerful spiritual practice, regardless of your religious or philosophical beliefs. Many spiritual traditions incorporate silence through practices like silent prayer, meditation, or contemplation. These practices can help us connect with something larger than ourselves, whether we conceive of that as God, the universe, or simply our own deeper nature. In our pursuit of personal growth, silence can be a valuable teacher. It's in the quiet moments that we often have our most profound realizations about ourselves and our lives. Without the distraction of external noise, we can see more clearly the patterns in our thoughts and behaviors, the fears that hold us back, and the dreams that inspire us forward. Silence can also enhance our creativity. Many artists, writers, and musicians speak of the importance of silence in their creative process. It's in the quiet moments that ideas germinate, connections form, and inspiration strikes. By incorporating more silence into our lives, we create fertile ground for our own creativity to flourish. In our professional lives, silence can be a sign of strength and confidence. The ability to pause before speaking, to think before responding, is a valuable skill in any workplace. It demonstrates thoughtfulness and self-control, and can help us avoid the pitfalls of reactive communication. Silence can also be a powerful tool for conflict resolution. In heated moments, taking a pause, a moment of silence, can prevent us from saying things we might regret. It gives us time to cool down, to consider the other person's perspective, and to respond rather than react. As we cultivate more silence in our lives, we might find that our perception of time changes. In silence, we're more likely to be fully present in the moment, rather than constantly rushing to the next thing. This can give us a sense of time expanding, of having enough time, which is a precious feeling in our rushed world. Silence can also enhance our appreciation for the simple things in life. When we're not constantly bombarded by noise and stimulation, we become more attuned to the small pleasures, the warmth of sunlight on our skin, the taste of a good meal, the comfort of a soft bed. Silence helps us slow down and savor life more fully. In our quest for personal growth and self-improvement, we often look for new techniques, new information, new experiences. But sometimes the most profound growth comes not from adding something, but from taking away, in this case, taking away noise and distraction to reveal the silence that's always there, waiting for us. Thanks for watching.